Cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic. People, this the intro.
Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you also follow me on all my social media platforms to stay connected with all Keek on the Mic news. So, Bears fans, the first 2 weeks of OTA'S are now complete for the Chicago Bears, and they only have one more remaining. But overall, after the first two set periods of OTA'S for the Chicago Bears, there's already a lot of buzz surrounding the Chicago Bears, especially in regards to quarterback Justin Fields. After the first 2 weeks of OTA'S for the Chicago Bears, many people are already saying, in the local media, even coaches are saying that Justin Fields is looking much improved from the end of last year, which is good news for Chicago Bears fans and the Chicago Bears organization. Overall, reports that we've been hearing so far out of OTA'S is that he's connecting really well with new wide receiver DJ Moore, among other new additions and even current and returning players as well. And that's all obviously a good sign. Obviously, we brought DJ Moore here to be our true number one wide receiver for Justin Fields and help Justin Fields elevate. And it's looking early on that they're creating that really good chemistry on and off the field. So that's really good to see. And obviously, when you look at Justin Fields and reports that we're hearing so far out of OTA'S, is that much of the mistakes that he was making at the end of 2022 season aren't really there so far in the early stages of OTA practices for the Chicago Bears. So that is really good news. And like I said, this is coming from not only local media, but also coaches as well. Obviously, yesterday in an interview after OTA practice, this is what Matt Eberflus had to say. The growth of Justin Fields is evident in OTA'S. You can see him going through his reads quicker and reading the coverages on the snap and processing where to go with the football. And he's been working on his footwork and his release. And that was from Bears head coach Matt Eberflus. Also, another coach, defensive coordinator Alan Williams, also got a chance to speak to the media yesterday. And based on what he has seen, especially last year in the same drills and the same 7-on-7 periods that they were doing last year, he sees a major difference in quarterback Justin Fields. Alan Williams had this to say about Justin Fields. A couple things. Leadership, because that's what you want in your quarterback. I see good decision making. That's what you want in your quarterback. I see improved accuracy. That's what you want in your quarterback. And how fast he's processing. I see how he has grown from last year to this year, and practice by practice by practice, he's growing. So you have to be encouraged when you see those things. Bears fans, that's obviously some high praise from not only the head coach and Matt Eberflus, but definitely from defensive coordinator Alan Williams as well. And first things first, it's amazing to hear these reports that Justin Fields is dominating practice so far. Even though these early reports on Justin Fields dominating practice are exciting, and we should be excited as Bears fans that he is improving as a player, I don't think we should obviously crown Justin Fields and crown the Chicago Bears as Super Bowl champs yet, as much as I want to do that. These are the early phases of practice, right? We haven't reached training camp. He's playing against a Bears defense right now that it doesn't have Jalen Johnson out there. You're working with a rookie in Tyreek Stevenson, even though Tyreek Stevenson has been playing well, and obviously Kendall Vildor. We haven't seen Jalen Johnson yet. So the defense is still missing some guys. Even though I would love to crown the Bears Super Bowl champions, it's still the early phases. We need to see him in training camp. We need to see him in pads. And obviously, we need to see him against other opponents rather than the Chicago Bears defense. But all in all, it's really great that Justin Fields is improving on things like processing speed, getting the ball out of his hands fast. These were the things that was a big struggle for Justin Fields a year ago. So it's encouraging that Matt Eberflus and defensive coordinator Alan Williams are seeing these improvements early on in OTA'S for the Chicago Bears. And like I mentioned earlier in the podcast, even though he is just in the early stages and he's dominating in just shorts and no pads, it would be worrisome to me if Alan Williams' defense was giving Justin Fields fits early. And the reason why I think that would worry me is because all offseason long, Justin Fields, Matt Eberflus were saying how hard he has worked during the offseason. But for the longest time, Bears fans, including myself, we need to see if that work in the offseason was paying off on the practice field, in these drills, in the 7-on-7 drills, because you can see early on, even in little 7-on-7 drills or throwing drills, right? If the processing speed is getting better, or if he's getting the ball out of his hands faster, right? And these are things that Matt Eberflus and Alan Williams are seeing. So that is encouraging for not only the Chicago Bears organization, but for Chicago Bears fans as well, because we understand that this is a big year, not only for the organization, but for Justin Fields. We understand that we need to see that major jump from Justin Fields. We need to see him dominate, not only as a runner, but as a passer. So this is good in the early stages of the Chicago Bears OTAs, that he is dominating and he is taking charge and he is being that leader that we know he can be, because that proves that the work that he put in the offseason is translating to the practice field. Obviously, we need to see it in live action, in game time action. And of course, we will see that when we hit preseason and obviously in the regular season. But like I said, it's really encouraging that we're seeing those early signs of Justin Fields improving as a passer, because that's obviously where he struggled at the most last season for the Chicago Bears. And of course, Bears fans, I want to be fair here as well. Obviously, we've been hearing a lot of reports about Justin Fields improving as a passer. And of course, you've also been hearing reports about how the defense has won a couple of reps. Obviously, you heard a report about Tyreek Stevenson, the rookie, right? Picking off Justin Fields. And even the defense win a rep here and there. But the most of the time, the reports that we've been hearing out of these OTA practices the first 2 weeks is that Justin Fields has been absolutely dominating the defense. So that is obviously good to hear. And all these reports are coming from the media, coaches, and even players themselves saying Justin Fields is a much more improved player. Even Tremaine Edmonds came after practice yesterday, was talking about how the offense has so much over there to work with. And obviously Justin Fields is the catalyst of that offense. And Tremaine Edmonds is really excited to compete with the offense every day in practice, but he's also really excited to see what they can do as we enter this new NFL season for the Chicago Bears. And obviously, when you see players that are going against Justin Fields every day, especially a really good linebacker like Tremaine Edmonds, it's encouraging when players and coaches are also noticing that improvement from your hopefully franchise quarterback in Justin Fields. Another thing, Bears fans, that I want to mention in today's episode of Kick on the Mic is that Alan Williams is under no obligation to hype up Justin Fields in any way, shape, or form. If anything, the defense is looking to dominate the offense in every single practice, and that just comes with competition. I don't think Alan Williams obviously he wants Justin Fields to succeed because they're on the same team. But every single practice, he is going to challenge Justin Fields and that Chicago Bears offense to the best of their ability. So of course they want to win more reps than the offense, but obviously that's not the case. Like I just mentioned, the reports out of OTAs is that Justin Fields has gotten the better of the Chicago Bears defense so far in the first 2 weeks of OTAs. But I just want to make that clear, is that Alan Williams is out there to compete, to make sure that this Chicago Bears defense is dominant against the Chicago Bears offense, because like we always say, iron sharpens iron, right? They want to prepare for the season as well, just as much as Justin Fields and the offense wants to get better every single day as well. So I personally don't think that Alan Williams has to hype up Justin Fields. If Justin Fields was struggling, I'm pretty sure Alan Williams would be honest. I'm pretty sure Matt Eberflus would be honest. And I'm pretty sure Ryan Poles would be even honest, saying, you know what, we're not quite there yet as a defense. We're not quite there yet as an offense. But obviously, that is not the case. We've heard nothing but good things out of OTAs from Justin Fields, from his coaches, from Justin Fields himself, from players. So that is a really good sign for the Chicago Bears. The best part about all of this, Bears fans, is that Justin Fields in practice, even though it's just practice, he has been dominating without one of his better targets in Darnell Mooney. Obviously, Darnell Mooney is still rehabbing from that season-ending ankle injury that he had last season. So he doesn't have Darnell Mooney. Obviously, Chase Claypool has also missed a couple of practices with some soft tissue injuries as well, nothing too serious. But so he's been without two of his best weapons. So ideally, he's been doing this, which is DJ Moore, and even Dante Pettis has been making a lot of plays for Justin Fields as well. So just imagine when his full set of weapons come back and they are 100%, that is going to be absolutely scary. Not only for the Chicago Bears defense, but I feel like for the entire NFL as well. I am super pumped about the idea of having Justin Fields. Obviously, you have Khalil Herbert, Roschon Johnson in the backfield, right? And then you can't forget about Dante Foreman, Robert Tonyan, DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool. Justin Fields has a whole lot of weaponry to throw to this year, and I am super pumped to see the finished product and see it all together, because I truly feel that Justin Fields and this Chicago Bears offense is going to make a lot of noise. And I'm going to go on the record by saying this, and obviously I may eat my words by saying this too early. Maybe I'm just a little bit too excited right now, but I think Justin Fields this season, as soon as this season, Bears fans, may become the very first 4,000-yard passer in Chicago Bears history. And I have a lot of confidence when I say that. And like I said, you guys will come back. I'm at the end of the season and roast me if you want, but I'm just super pumped right now about the reports I'm hearing about how Justin Fields is improving as a passer, especially in areas that he struggled at the end of last season. So I'm just really pumped right now, but I truly feel in my heart of hearts that Justin Fields, as soon as this season can become the very first 4,000-yard passer for the Chicago Bears. So overall, Bears fans, it's clear that Justin Fields has confidence and it's growing inside the system. His second year in this offensive system for the first time in his career, which is a big deal. And it's leading to results on the field already. More like we mentioned, Matt Eberflus sees it, players see it, the defensive coordinator sees it, all the coaches see it. So now what we need to see is that keep putting these good practices together. Obviously, take this into training camp, this momentum, take this into the preseason game, gain that momentum, keep building that chemistry with DJ Moore and your other weapons you have around you. And this Bears offense and Justin Fields should be all right. But as a fan base, as a Bears fan base, we should be really excited about the direction of not only this football team, but Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears offense. So Bears fans, before I let you guys go, let me ask you guys this. How excited are you guys to watch Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears offense work this season? Let me know down below in the comment section. Before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, back for all new Bears podcasts right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You've been listening to Geek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.